Hello and welcome, yogis and yoginis. I am Miranda and you are here with May Yoga. Today's video is going to be a gentle session with me. It'll be a full yoga practice, full class, but it will be more of a restorative style yoga. So very suitable if you're a beginner or if you're recovering from an injury or an illness or just taking an extended break from yoga and you want to ease back into it. If this is your first time practicing with me, please check the description below this video. There is a link for a separate video called Tips for a Safe Yoga Practice. Please watch that first. Prop-wise today, we're going to need a yoga strap or a substitute. If you need to do a substitute, please figure out one of those. And of course, the always important bottle of water. So, finding a comfortable seat to begin. Just grounding those sit bones down. Arms relaxed at the side, palms faced up or down, whatever you wish. And just beginning to deepen the breath, settling in, opening the shoulders back, relaxing the face. If you would like to create an intention for today's practice, you can do that now. An intention can be a goal that you have for yourself, or perhaps a wish that you have for another. So intending to be more patient. Maybe say, I intend to love myself a bit more. And then we will set those intentions and seal them with our 3 deep breaths. On the inhale, your hands will move in a circle away from the body until the palms touch overhead. And on the exhale, the hands will come back to the heart and chant Om if you wish. If you don't, that is fine. Just follow with the breath. So bringing the hands together at the heart, pressing lightly here, exhaling fully. Inhale, arms wide out to the side. Palms touch and Om. Second deep breath in. One big inhale. Holding your hands steady at your heart. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms at the side. We're going to meet at the top of our mat in a standing position, Tadasana. I'll see you there. Okay, everybody at the front of the mat, finding your first Tadasana. So remember, this is a very gentle restorative practice. So really, we're going to go slowly. We're going to let our bodies settle. We're going to take it easy, okay? So having your hands face forward at first. Think of scooping that tailbone down, opening the chest, relaxing the arms, closing the eyes for a moment, taking one deep breath here. And bringing your hands together at your heart. Softly open the eyes, looking forward. On that next inhale, open the palms up wide, stretching the arms away from the body. Exhale, draw the hands back to the heart. Bend the knees, swoop the arms, and just come up to a straight line, Urdhva Hastasana, dropping the shoulders down, just making one straight line with the body. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. Start to bring some motion into those hands and fingers, making circles, opening and closing the hands. Warming up all these little joints in our hands, preparing for the practice. And then bringing the palms so they're facing together again. Inhale here. Nice and easy, bring the hands together. Draw the hands down the center line of the body. We're going to slowly go to a forward fold. So just releasing the upper body down. Start to let gravity open you up. Just let the arms dangle in front of you. Maybe shake the head, the shoulders, the hips a little bit if that feels good. All right, shake it all out. And then on that next inhale, bring yourself up about halfway. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears and then squeeze those shoulder blades together. You're thinking of engaging the core muscles, pulling in that navel, strengthening our back, strengthening our core, getting a great stretch on our hamstrings, looking down at the ground in front of you with a nice long neck. Inhale here. Exhale. Draw those fingertips down to the mat, bending the knees if you need to, and then just doing a small standing split. Just stepping the foot back slightly, taking a gentle course, nice, easy restorative here. So just start to sink the hips towards the back of the mat, getting a deeper stretch on our hamstring on the right leg and the calf. You're still trying to engage the core muscles, still trying to pull the belly button in. Working our middle, and then bending that right knee slightly. Go ahead and step the left foot beside the right and release the hands. Now in this forward fold, maybe we could do a little bit of an arm bind to kind of bring some focus to the lower back. So bending at the elbows, making a space between the ring finger and the pinky finger, and tucking that space into the crooks of the elbows. When you have your arm bind, you're steady here. Drop the head, the forehead rests on that top arm. Closing the eyes here, just feeling that attention that it draws to the lower back. And then nice and easy, release the arm bind, release the arms down in front of you. Bending the knees. You're going to reverse swan dive. So the arms come out the side, all the way up overhead. Again, relax the shoulders down. And here we're going to go into a small cervical back bend. Keeping that pelvis tucked forward, the tailbone scooped down. Just start to open the arms back slightly, opening the chest. If you feel any strain in your lower back, come up. This is all in the upper back. You shouldn't feel anything in the lumbar area. Looking up at the sky. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, bring them back to the heart. Settling with this Anjali Mudra. Feeling the connection, all four corners of the feet, keeping you grounded. Last breath here. And then open the eyes. We're going to begin. Inhale, nice and wide, engaged hands, opening, looking up slightly. Exhale, bring those hands slowly back together at the heart. Bend those knees. Inhale, swoop the arms up, and then go again into that cervical back bend, keeping that pelvis tucked forward, protecting our lower back here. Inhale, exhale. Try hinging at the hips, keeping those arms straight in front of you until you reach halfway, and then letting yourself fold all the way. Uttanasana. Body is going to relax here for a few breaths. If your fingertips are touching, go ahead and start to walk the hands from one side to the other. Kind of inviting in a little bit of a twist here into this forward fold. Always nice to have bonus twist coming in. Last breath here, coming back to center. And then on your next inhale, go ahead, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears, shoulder blades come together, arms are relaxed. You can leave the arms dangling, or if you want, bring them to the front of the legs, either below or above the knees, of course, pushing into the tops of the legs, opening up the chest a bit more. Don't forget that your core muscles should be engaged here, strengthening as we stretch. Inhale, exhale, release the hands all the way down, fingertips touch, doing that small standing split. Step the right foot back now. Just keeping it a small one, shifting the weight towards the back of the mat. So your hips are parallel to the front of the mat. Your toes are both pointed, on both feet are pointed to the front. You're getting a deeper stretch here into the left hamstring, down into the calf a bit. Hold here, keep that neck long. And then bending that knee slightly, that left knee. Inhale, step the right foot forward, and exhale, fold. This is the last forward fold that we're going to hold in. So perhaps if you'd like, you can grab the back of your legs, maybe at the calves or the ankles, wherever you can. And you can start to pull yourself a little deeper. Always respecting your body, respecting your boundaries, finding that joyful discomfort, as one of my old teachers used to say. Joyful, yes. Trying to challenge yourself, but not inviting injury. Release the hands, bending those knees to take the pressure out of the lower back. Inhale, reverse swan dive, swoop the arms all the way up. Just coming into a straight line for this one. And then for this last few moments, we're going to try to strengthen our ankles a bit. So coming up on the balls of our feet, standing up tippy-toe, working those calves, working those ankles, testing our balance. Inhale, hands together, exhale, bring them back to the heart. Settling here for a moment. Next set is going to be with our breath. There'll be a few extras put in there to help loosen up the hips and the legs a little bit more. Still being very soft, very easy and gentle on ourselves, of course. So don't push yourself too much, letting the body open up in a natural way. Okay, so last breath here in Tadasana, grounding those feet. And then open the eyes. Bend the knees, begin. Inhale, draw the arms up, coming into that slight cervical back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, draw yourself forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, bend the knees if you need to. We're stepping that left foot back into a deeper split here. So opening up the legs like a pyramid pose at first. And then you're going to drop that left knee, grounding that left shin into the ground. Okay, being gentle with yourself, respecting your body. Hold here for a moment. And then you're going to start to straighten that right leg. Going into an Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey, dropping your body towards that extended leg. Inhale, rise up. And we're going to finish off the Surya Namaskar set with some hip flexor work. So just start to dip those hips forward a little. Exhale to the back. Doing 3 of these. Inhale, rocking forward slightly. Exhale back. Inhale, rock to the top. Exhale to the back. Coming back, that 90-degree angle in the front knee. Pick up the foot on that back leg. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Palms touch. Exhale to the heart. Taking 2 breaths here before moving to the other side. preparing for the same flow on the right side of our bodies. Opening the eyes. You're going to bend the knees, swoop those arms all the way up, going into that cervical back bend. Exhale, draw the arms forward, coming into Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, looking down at the mat. Exhale, fingertips come down. We're stepping the right foot back into a wider standing split here. Holding here for a moment, checking that your feet are hip width distance apart. And then drawing that back knee, the right knee down to the ground, pushing into the right shin to take the weight out of that right knee. Left knee is at 90 degrees. Hold here for a moment, and then you're going to go into that beautiful half monkey. So start to straighten that left leg. Drop the chest towards the front of the mat. Staying up on fingertips or with the palms down. Getting a nice opening throughout our entire left leg. And then bending that left knee, bringing it back to the start. And we're doing that final hip flexors work now. So drop the hips, dip those hips down. Exhale, move them to the back. Inhale, draw to the front. Exhale, move to the back. Last one here, pulling into those hip flexors on the right hip. Exhale to the back. Coming back to a 90-degree bend in the left knee. Gently tuck the toes under on the right foot. Draw up that right knee. Keeping the fingertips down to help guide you here. Stepping the right foot forward on the inhale. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Palms come together overhead. And exhale, back to the heart. Settling in here for a few breaths. Taking some water if you'd like. Take a little bit of water when you can. And then you want, for this final set of Surya Namaskar, you want to have that strap near where you can grab it. So off to the side of your mat, somewhere close to where you can reach. We're going to introduce that hand opening wide for this final set again from that first set of Surya Namaskar. Bring that back in for this final set and starting on the left side. Okay, so hands at the heart. One last breath here. Open the eyes and begin. Inhale, hands open wide. Exhale, bring them back to the heart. Bend the knees. Inhale, swoop the arms up. Slight cervical back bend. Exhale, pull in the belly, engaging the core all the way to forward fold. Inhale, creating that tabletop here with the back. Exhale, fingertips come down. You're stepping that left foot back, holding here for just a moment. And then start to bend the knees. Bring that left knee down to the ground. Left foot is pointed back, pushing into the shin. When you're stable here, your knees are hip width distance apart to give you that correct stability. You're going to go ahead and swing the arms up, going into a crescent moon. So slight back bend, nothing too big and dramatic here. Bringing the hands together, the two peace fingers are pointed up to the sky, just going into a small back bend. Holding here. And then bring yourself back, releasing the hands. Now you're going to grab for that strap that you have close to you. We're going to do a little bit of arm and shoulder work. So open up the strap, grab the strap, wrap it around your hand so you can have a good grip here. And you want this to be about shoulder width distance apart on your grip. So about here where your palms can be facing each other. So bringing that in front of you, checking that your arms are straight line in front of you. You're just going to simply start to pull using resistance here, moving the arms up, slightly behind you, and then pull them through, back down. Doing 3 of these. Going as slow as you like, of course, but just making sure you're having a constant resistance on the strap. Pulling the strap to help strengthen as we increase the mobility in our shoulder joint. Last one. Inhale, move the arms up. And exhale. Slowly release. Letting that strap go off to the side. There we go. And then we're going to finish out this set. So picking up the knee, the back knee. When your next inhale comes, go ahead and step the left foot forward and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, rise up. Palms touch and exhale back to your heart. Taking a few breaths, go ahead and take that strap, move it over to the left side so it's easier for you to grab. If you do have a strap and it seemed really long to you, you can go ahead and double it up like that, just so it's easier for you when we're in that last flow. All right, taking one breath here, making sure you're nice and grounded. And then open the eyes. Bringing that wide arm into this final set, open the hands. Exhale back to the heart. Bend the knees, inhale, swoop up, going into the cervical back bend. Exhale, draw the arms forward, down to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fingertips come down to the ground, and then you're going to step the right foot back now, going into that wide split, and then gently start bending those knees. Bring the right knee down, and then pointing the toes back, pushing into the shins, pulling the weight out of that right knee joint. Making sure you've got the correct distance between your hips, your knees, and then when you're ready, inhale, swoop those arms forward and up. Peace fingers, clasping the hands with those first two fingers pointed up, going into that crescent moon. Just a small back bend here. Always being careful not to overextend, especially in a restorative practice. Inhale, release those arms up. And now reach for that beautiful strap. Go ahead and grab it, wrapping it around once so you have a nice grip there. Checking that it is shoulder width distance apart. You can hold that out in front of you, kind of see your arms in a straight line. And then going into that arm work. Inhale, rising up those arms. Exhale, drawing them down. Having constant pressure on this, pulling those arms apart. As we go through this range in our shoulder joint, we want to be giving a steady resistance, helping build muscles. Last one, inhale, drawing the arms up, and exhale, all the way down. Nice. Letting that strap go off to the side. Bringing the fingertips back down to the mat. Tucking the toes under in the right foot, lifting up on the ball of that right foot. And we're going to finish off this Surya Namaskar set. So inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, bringing the hands back to the heart. Taking some breaths here. Noticing any differences that you're feeling, especially in those hips, the backs and shoulders. Inhale, press the hands tighter together. Exhale, release. Next, we're going to be moving on to our balancing part of our practice today. I recommend that you have your strap and then also that you are close to a wall. We're trying to keep this as gentle as possible. So be close to a wall, and I'm going to have to move on both sides here. But be so that you can be near a wall. If you don't have a wall near you, maybe grab a chair and just bring in something for you to hold on to. Okay. All right. So making sure you have your strap, because this is going to help us in this balancing pose. We're doing a modified Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, which is standing big toe. So using your strap, go ahead and loop it. And what I like to do is I like to actually use that middle finger to put in between the strap. Hopefully you can see this. And then making that strap come right up to the top of that webbing here, and then holding on. You can kind of see from the back. Holding on here, getting a nice, good, steady grip, okay? And then looping the strap underneath the foot. It's best if it's in the middle of the foot, like on your arch. And then adjusting your hand as it needs to, so that you can stand up straight, okay? Holding that strap. The nice thing is if you get your full extension here, if you need to shorten it when the leg is extended, you can just wrap the hand around to shorten your grip. But you want that long distance here to begin. So finding that stability, finding the wall, the chair, whatever you have to hold on to, keeping this a very restorative kind of style practice today. Opening up the hand here. You're going to start to shift the weight slightly into the standing leg. I'm going to be your mirror here, so I'm telling you this is your right leg. Shifting the weight over to the right side. Right palm is open to the wall or gripping that chair. And then you start to draw the left leg forward. Again, wrapping the hand around the strap however you need to lift up that foot as high as you can hold. This is supposed to be gentle, so don't go crazy on me. You're just gently testing your balance. You are, even with the wall there, you are still getting some balance work. Holding here. Taking a breath. And then releasing it down, nice and gently. We're going to go out to the side next. So again, inhale, lift it to the front, wrapping it around perhaps once. And now start to open the leg, like a screen door opening. Pulling it out perpendicular from the body. Maybe wrapping the hand around if you need to hold that foot. Inhale here. And then drawing it back to the front. And release. Nice and easy. Release the strap from the foot and walk it out. Shake it out however you need to. Pedal the feet. Shake the hips. Okay. And then we're going to move to the other wall, or maybe move that chair around. So I'll see you on the other side. Okay guys, now we're moving. So we have our steadiness, having the strap in the right hand now. So looping that strap underneath the right foot, getting it to about the middle where your arch is. Opening up the left palm against that wall or holding onto the chair if we're using that as our prop today. Start to shift the weight over to that left side slightly. And when you're here, make sure you're standing up nice and tall, of course. You don't want to be slumping anytime during this move. On your next inhale, start to lift up that right foot, bringing it to the front, wrapping the strap around the hand to help pull that strap closer to you. Pull that foot up. Engaging, making sure that your hips are nice and flush. You're pressing into all four corners of that left foot, using the wall here for balance. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze those quadriceps especially. This is really good for your quads. Inhale. And slowly start to release that foot down. Letting that foot fall gently to the ground. Taking a breath here. Now we'll be moving to that external rotation in the hips. So again, shifting the weight over to the left side, opening that left hand, finding our strong platform here, and then lift up that right foot, wrapping the strap around, holding up in front of you to begin. And now we're going to start to open the door here, pulling that right leg out. You're trying to get that right leg perpendicular from the body. It's okay if it doesn't reach, obviously. Just go to where you can hold. Strengthening our legs. It's okay if your legs are shaking, mine are too. That's what's fun about this pose. Inhale. And now exhale. Draw that leg back to the front, last breath. And then releasing it down. Releasing the strap from the hand, stepping the foot down, letting go of the wall, and shake it out. Shake it all out. So that's a really nice restorative kind of style of balance. You're still working on that platform on the standing foot, feeling that steady pressure, but you're also working into our legs a bit. Our next part is going to be back on the mat, so go ahead and release the strap down, and I'll meet you on your mat. So finding that spot you can hold here. Your feet are going to be parallel, pointed to the side of the mat. You want to be able to make sure that you can push into those feet, hold you steady here on that lower body. And then inhale the arms out to the side. Your palms are facing forward. Very careful here not to be arching that lower back. Keep the tailbone scooped down. Arms are extended out straight. Palms can be face forward and then your fingers can be wide, spread wide if you like to engage those hands. Inhale here. And then exhale. Start to turn the torso towards that right side so that you're keeping that lower body steady. Feet are grounded, just twisting here. Inhale, and on your next exhale, your left hand, the hand in front, is going to come down to that right leg. Maybe it only reaches at your calf. Maybe you get down to the ankle. Maybe you even can grab the foot. However far you can reach. Your right arm floats up to the sky. If you're feeling really good here, hold here. If you're feeling like you want a little bit more work in the shoulders, you can do the modification of a bind. So kind of bending that right elbow, and then bringing the right hand behind the back and across to the top of that left leg. Only going here though if you are able to, not pushing yourself too much. If you are in that bind, peeling that right shoulder back. Still getting a beautiful twist, beautiful stretch here into our inner thighs. Looking up at the sky behind us if you can. And then if you're in that arm bind, go ahead and release the right arm back up to the sky. Palms facing to the back. And then on your next inhale, use your core muscles. Slowly draw yourself back up to that starting position. Palms facing forward. For just a moment, bring the hands to the hips. Shaking out the shoulders, releasing anything in the shoulders. And then moving towards the other side. Inhale, arms come wide, palms facing forward. Make sure that your feet are still parallel. Got your good alignment. And then on your next exhale, you're going to start to twist over to the left side. Arms stay wide. Lower body is stable. Looking over to the left side. Inhale here. Exhale, start to bring that right hand down to the outside of the left leg. Again, maybe it's just at the calf. Maybe it's at the ankle or the foot, wherever you can grab and hold. And then that left arm floats up to the sky. Palms facing back on that left hand. Staying here in level 1, or if you want that modification, bending that left elbow, bringing the left hand behind the lower back towards the top of that right hip. Holding there, peeling that left shoulder open. Looking up at the sky if you can. Finding those spots. Maybe if it's a little tight in one spot in particular, you could think of sending your breath there, trying to mentally release it. Healing the body, connecting the breath with your movements. Last moment here. If you are in that arm bind, go ahead and release the left arm back up. Left palm faces back. And And then on your next inhale, using the core muscles, engaging those muscles there, drawing yourself back up, wide arm, twisted star starting off position. Inhale, and draw the hands to the hips. Exhale. Begin to gently heel toe your feet back together. Coming back in a very nice, mild manner. Pedaling the feet out, releasing those knees, releasing the hips, shaking it out. For the rest of our practice, we are going to be down on the mat. So taking a moment, drinking a bit of water, and I will meet you in a seated position on your mat. All together on our mats. In Dandasana to begin, which means you're on those little sit bones, your legs are extended out straight, shoulders are open, pulling in the core, engaging those muscles there. We're going to go next into a Janu-Shirshasana, which is head to knee pose. I'm going to be going back to saying I'm on the same side as you, so I'm going to be doing the left side first, just so you can see that angle really well. I encourage you to have your strap with you, like near you, so that you can use it to keep this pose as restorative, as therapeutic as possible. So having that strap over to the right side, okay? You're going to, using your hands here, very nice and easy, bend that left knee, drawing the knee into the chest, sitting up nice and tall, and then letting your knee fall out so that the bottom of the left foot comes to the inside of that right leg, okay? So you're going to see that you are wanting to keep that right foot flexed, pushing that foot a little bit, not too strongly, but just making sure it's anchored. And now grab your strap. If you don't need a strap for this, if you just wanted to go ahead and grab for it with your hands, it's fine, but I am going to show the strap being used. So you take the strap and you're going to loop it. Again, across the middle of the foot is the best position for that, to make sure you have a good grip. And then transferring that strap, again using that formation I showed you earlier with having the middle finger in between and then gripping that strap. You're going to hold here, pull that chest forward. If this is good, I mean, you can move further back on the strap, going to where you can hold. I want you to think about keeping that back as straight as possible, not hunching over. When you're hunching over, you're compressing your breath. You're not able to breathe as fully, and we really want to try to bring that full extended breath into this pose. So keeping that back as straight as possible. Imagine that you're trying to shine your heart. I love that phrase, I know. So you want to try to think about shining that heart forward, pulling the chest forward without curving, okay? So wherever you can go, if it feels better for you to grab the strap with both hands, you can do that, or going into the figuration with just one hand. Whatever you like here. The important thing, again, keep the shoulders open and just try to draw the belly towards the top of that right leg. Holding here, walking the hands up or back on the strap, or perhaps releasing the strap totally if you have that flexibility. Pulling yourself forward. Giving a wonderful stretch into obviously our hamstrings here and the calves. Also into the back and between the shoulder blades as well. Inhale. And for the last few breaths, you're going to let that back curve now. Just sort of release the shoulders. So release the head, letting it fall as far as it can. Releasing the strap if your arms can reach all the way to the feet, or keeping that strap there. And just folding over the right leg, dropping the head towards the knee. And checking your breath. You're still able to breathe full, deep breaths. Taking one last full breath here. And then releasing the strap or your hands. Start to walk the hands. Draw yourself up. Nice and easy. Back to a straight spine. I'm going to switch sides now. So nice and easy here. Draw that left knee up. Pull the strap over, so that's now on the left side where you can reach. And then extend the left leg out straight in front of you. And working on that right leg. Pull that right knee into the chest. Right foot comes down to the inside of that left leg. And then releasing that knee open. Getting on those sit bones, making sure you're nice and connected to the earth here. Left foot is flexed. Go ahead and grab that yoga strap. And then lasso yourself. Loop it around your foot there. You may find that you're a little more flexible or less flexible on one side than the other. That is completely normal. Our bodies are not symmetrical, perfectly symmetrical. So you may find that you go a little deeper or you can't go as deep. And that's okay. Just accept that. Hold yourself at that edge of the comfort zone a little bit beyond and let your body open naturally. So remember, for the first part, we're really trying to keep those shoulders pulled back, shine the heart out. So using your hands here on the strap, either one hand on either side or bringing the strap together, holding it together. However you like here. And then pulling your heart forward. Shining forward. You want that knee, you want your leg to be straight, but you're not locking that knee down, right? You can let it have a little bit of a bend, a little bit of a play. One of my teachers used to say, you want to bring Muhammad to the mountain, not the mountain to Muhammad. So it's okay to have a little bit of a bend, but you shouldn't be up here, right? No, no, no. So you want to challenge yourself, but you don't want to be putting undue pressure on those joints, of course. So giving a little bit of bend, but holding here. Inhale. And then for the last few breaths, we're going to go into that full fold. So releasing the strap if you can, or holding on to it. Allowing yourself to melt over this front leg. Trying to pull the head so it connects towards the knee. And then relaxing the face, closing the eyes. Going into this beautiful deep forward fold. Taking 2 more breaths here, really melting, trying to let those spots of tightness go. Feeling the body will naturally fold a bit deeper with time. And then releasing the hands, releasing that strap if you had it still. Start to walk the hands back to bringing yourself to an upright, seated position. Using the hands again, gently draw up the right knee, drawing the left knee. Hugging your knees to your chest, just let that out for a moment, squeezing here. And then we're next going to be moving to Sukhasana, which is a simple cross-legged position. I'm going to turn back towards the front, towards the camera. So I'll be your mirror again, switching here. All right, so we don't need the strap anymore, so you go ahead and let that go as far as you like off to the side. When we're starting in this lovely Sukhasana pose, what we're going to do is we're going to be mindful of which leg goes on top first, okay? So we're going to start with bringing that left leg on top of the right in this first cross-legged position. We're going to switch, and that's why I want us to all do it together. So your right leg is on top here. This means that when we do this cross arm position, that your left arm is going to be on top. It's the opposite. That's why I have to talk this through with you so detailed. All right, so you're going to bring your arms, cross them over to X shape. Left is on top of the right. And then bring your hands so they reach your knees. If you can't reach all the way to your knees, maybe you have a really tight back, that's fine. Just maybe on the top here or on the top of the quadriceps, where you can grab and hold. Okay, so this is just a nice cross arm pull here. You could drop the head and relax. Chin comes to chest, feeling that pull in the back of the neck, space between the shoulder blades. And then keeping your left hand on that right knee, picking the head up. I'm going to release the right hand, and it's going to come behind the back, swoop it all the way behind the back, having the back of the wrist right up against your lower back, and then walking it out. Remember that one palm length. So when it comes down, here's your back. When it comes down, you're going to walk it out one palm length to give you that correct space that you need for this twist. So out one palm length, and then using both hands now, twist yourself, looking over that right shoulder. Pulling that right shoulder open. Think about squeezing in the core. On every inhale, sitting up a little taller. And then every exhale, releasing, twisting deeper. Moving a little bit with the breath. Inhale, sitting up taller. Exhale, deepen the twist. Last one, inhale. And exhale, really going a little deeper. Gently start to release. You can walk that right hand, walk the fingertips, releasing the arms at your side. We're going to be crossing the legs over, of course, in the opposite formation now. So drawing that left leg so that it crosses over the right now. Opposite way of your Sukhasana. So now your left leg's on top, so draw the arms out in front, your right arm crosses over. Reaching for those knees or the quadriceps if you can't reach, it's fine. Gripping your hands here, dropping the head, pulling that chin towards the chest. Feeling that beautiful release between the shoulder blades. That elongation in the back of our necks and our arms. And then slowly release the head up, working into that final twist, seated twist. So left arm comes out and swoops behind the body, coming straight up to the lower back, and then one palm length away. Pushing into the hands, twisting the body over to the left. Looking towards the back of the mat behind you. Inhale when you sit up taller. Exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale, rising. And exhale, twisting. 2 more of these. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, guys. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly release. Walk the fingertips on the left hand, bringing yourself back. Relaxing the arms by the side. Just feeling what those simple twists, those simple movements, how they could just bring a greater range of motion in the body. For our last part of our practice today, we're going to be on our backs on the mats. So just taking a few breaths here before you move to the back. One last inhale and exhale. Okay, so releasing that cross-legged, Again, drawing those legs out straight. Our final pose today before our beautiful Shavasanas is going to be thread the needle. So to do this, it's a really fantastic hip opener. You always have to be careful of the knees, but I will, of course, protect you as much as I can with my verbal guidance. So start to kind of lower yourself here, nice and gentle to the mat. Coming down so that your feet stay on the mat with your knees bent and you're relaxing that upper body fully. All right, so feet grounded here. You're going to have your feet about hip width distance apart. And you want your feet to be where your index finger tip can reach that heel. You don't want them too far away where you can't reach. So drawing them close enough to the body where you can touch the heel of that foot. We're going to start on the left side, so you can kind of see from the angle of the video here. So go ahead and start to draw that left knee towards the chest. Right foot stays down. Flexing that left foot, very important to have this foot flexed. You're going to start to use the hands, help guide that left knee open so the left ankle comes on top of the right quadricep. And it's also called a figure four pose because you can kind of see the number 4 if you imagine that right leg is extended out. So threading the needle or figure 4. When we're coming to this side, the leg that is bent, our kind of right leg here, is the one we're going to wrap our hands around. So your left hand goes in between the space, in between the legs. The right hand goes on the outside. So on your next inhale, start to pull that right knee in. You can grab the back of the right hamstring. If this is where you're at today and where you can hold, it feels really good, stay here. Don't overextend yourself. Don't overdo it. If you can bring the hands to the top of the right shin and draw that knee in, keeping the left foot very flexed. Staying here if this feels good to you, or if it's available to you and you want to go into a little bit deeper stretch into the right hamstring. You can do this modification where you release the hands and then extend that right foot up to the sky, grasping onto the right calf. So being very gentle with the body, okay, keeping it therapeutic, keeping it calm, just going to where you think you can hold with the tiniest little challenge, but nothing too deep, and holding there. Pulling that right leg closer to you. Your left foot is flexed. And then if you are in that extended leg, go ahead, start to bend that right knee. Bringing yourself back to level 2. Your hand in front of the shin. Pulling that in for the last few breaths. Inhale. And then exhale, softly letting that right foot come back to the earth. Using your hands to help guide the left leg, bringing the left foot down. And for just a moment to help release and get ready for the right side, bring your feet open wider than your hips. We're just doing a few windshield wiper movements here. So arms come out the side, palms up or down. Just small movements, letting the knees fall from one side, and then inhale up, exhale to the other. The right knee comes towards the left foot. And then when you move to the other side, left knee comes towards the right foot. Very nice. Just a few more breaths here before we move to the right side. And then knees coming up to the sky. Releasing the arms back by the body. And now bringing the feet hip width distance apart again. The back of the heel should be able to be touched by those fingertips. Connecting that lumbar area, the tailbone down. And now working on the right side. Right knee comes pulled in towards the chest. Squeezing here, flexing that right foot now. And then using your hands, help to guide your outer right ankle onto the top of the left quadricep. You'll see that figure 4 shape again. We're going to start to draw the left knee in towards the chest. Remember, level 1 is on the back of the left hamstring. Level 2 on the front, the top of that left shin. And of course, level 3 is extending that left foot up to the sky, releasing the hand, going for the calf, the ankle, the toes, wherever you like. Okay? Making sure it's somewhere that you can really hold in. Always keeping that right foot very flexed. The reason is, when we keep that foot flexed, it maintains that line and it makes sure that the rotation goes into the hip where it should be. When you do this, you're preventing torsion in your knee and those ligaments. Very important. So holding wherever you like here. Thinking about sending the breath to those spots. Whatever feels good. It doesn't have to be the same level on each side here. If it feels really good on one spot to hold there, you can do that. Just be gentle. Last few breaths here. And then if you have that foot up, go ahead and bend the left knee. Going back to that bind on the front of the shin, squeezing it in. And then releasing the hands, gently allowing that left foot back to the earth. Again, bringing both feet to the earth, wider than the hips. And moving into the final windshield wiper kind of movement to release that hip. All that little nice hip stretch we just did. So letting the arms fall out at the sides. Inhale. Exhale. Letting yourself going through these windshield wiper movements. Trying to connect it with your breath, but if it feels really good in one spot and you want to pause, feel free to do that. Just a few more breaths here. And everyone meeting the knees pointed up, walking the feet close together, bringing the arms beside the body. We're going to move to our Shavasana, but we're going to really squeeze that all in one last time. So draw the knees in, point the toes, wrap the arms around the knees. And just for this last moment, pick your head up if you can, tuck the chin into the chest, really squeeze it all out. Inhale and exhale. Start to find your Shavasana. Releasing the feet slowly down, letting the legs fall softly to the mat. If you would like to grab a pillow or blanket here to help in your Shavasana, you can grab that if you have one nearby. Maybe bringing it behind the head or under the knees. Whatever is close to you, whatever will help make you comfortable, bringing that into this corpse pose. So your arms are relaxed at your side. Your palms are facing up so your shoulder blades can connect. Your feet are a little wider than hip width distance, and you're going to let your toes fall out, beginning to slow down your breath. Giving yourself these next few minutes to let your body melt. Keeping the face relaxed. Paying attention to the breath. Keeping your attention on your breath allows your mind to relax more deeply. Start to bring your awareness back to the parts of the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, starting to make small circles into the wrist and the ankles, and then circles in the opposite direction. Waking up the body slowly here. Bringing your feet close to the buttocks, 1 foot at a time. Slowly releasing that pillow off to the side if you had one. And then bringing the knees all the way back into the chest. Giving yourself this final hug here. Inhaling together. And then exhale, roll over on your right side so that your right hip, your right shoulder comes down to the ground. Your left hand comes to the earth in front of you. And then on your next inhale, push into the left hand and the right upper arm, to bring yourself up to that final seated position. Finding a comfortable seat here in Sukhasana, or you can try butterfly if you want to do something different. Just listening to your body, keeping it very therapeutic, very gentle. Arms are relaxed at the side, palms facing up or down. Keeping your eyes closed, settling here for a moment. If you did create an intention for today's practice, remember that intention now. Remember the focus that you gave your energy today. Feeling immense gratitude for all the work that's been done. Your beautiful bodies, taking extra care with them today. And then bringing your hands softly together at your heart. We will finish our practice as we began with our 3 deep breaths. Just following with the breaths or chanting Om on the exhale if you wish. And meeting with that final Anjali Mudra at the heart. So exhaling, pressing the hands tighter together. Inhale, arms wide. Second big breath in. And last, deep inhale. Hands steady at your heart. Gently opening the eyes. And I thank you so much for sharing this beautiful practice with me. I hope that it's helped you feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more taken care of. It's always important to take care of ourselves. If you did enjoy this time with me, feel free to give a like on this video, leave any feedback below, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And enjoy the rest of your amazing day. Namaste.